Hi, I'm Nicole Langford. I'm the manager at Brisbane North YJSC. In terms of the self-care and resilience of staff, I often say you can't pour from an empty cup, and so you need to keep your cup full or half full or whatever, so that you've got something left in the tank at the end of the day. So I often talk to staff about that vicarious trauma is kind of a inevitable thing. If you went to a work site, for example, you'd wear your hard hat and your steel cap boots and your high-vis outfit, and that would be your protective gear on a building site. In the type of work that we're doing, you need your self-care plan, and they're your steel cap boots and they're your hard hat for providing some safety and protection for yourself in what's a really challenging environment. And look, some days it's not even necessarily what you see and hear, sometimes it's just what you read. So some of the offences that the court officers will read are quite traumatic. Some of the stories that the caseworkers or the critical incidents that child safety send us in relation to a young person can be really traumatic to read, and that vicarious traumas is part of what happens for people, and it's really important that people take care of themselves. We usually in supervision have a self-care plan for staff, so that might be looking at, the normal things in life about your physical well-being, your psychological, your emotional, your support networks, what you do for yourself. And it's important that people actually have a plan so they can put that into place. I often talk to staff about how you switch off when you leave during the day. So we talk about, for some who live on the south side, that once you go over the Story Bridge, that's the physical point where you need to stop thinking about work. Once I've gone over that bridge, actually I need to leave that behind me for the day. Using mindfulness strategies where possible, but also as a team talking about it and being really upfront about what your response to hearing it. So we talk about trauma-informed care in terms of our young people and families, and we need to be clear that sometimes we have a trauma response as well to the things that we see and hear as well.